Okay, welcome everybody to our Monday call. We are so happy to have Marci Preble and Peter Ngo in the house. They are fantastic leaders. I'm sure all of you have been watching them do their trainings. I certainly have been. I met Marci. Well, I found out about Marci when I was looking for testimonials in December. Back in December, when I first started using X39, I was looking to see what is possible with this great stem cell product. And I came across Marci's video and it brought tears to my eyes. It was so moving. She had restored hope after a battle with cancer. I'm going to let her tell her story, but it brought her into my attention. And then at the January convention, I noticed her and introduced myself and asked, would she mind if I follow some of her trainings? She said, no, everybody's welcome. And I was so glad about that, because in Lifewave, you know, you join and the person that sponsors you, you tend to follow, but sometimes you meet somebody that you just feel connected to, even. And so I ended up watching their trainings, and Peter started putting together what we needed to know, all the newcomers. What do we need to know to get our business off the ground? And they're going to talk a bit about that today, especially with the new changes to Lifewave Pay Plan to focus on ranking up. What does that really mean? And Peter's going to and Marci are both going to talk to that today. So I'm glad to be here. Thank you very much. Marci, would you like to take the floor?
Absolutely. And thank you so much. And thank you for inviting Peter and us. Like, we're all about community and we're all about building from the heart. And, you know, we really believe that because the patch is doing what it's doing, we all have a responsibility to heal people and to also help each other create financial safety together. So truth that that's what we're all doing, and we're always here, and we can't wait for the next convention so we can all get to know each other better. But so, you know, my story is I have been a professional network marketer for about a decade. Peter and I met in another company, and I've always been into health and wellness and building residual income based on healing people. But I had my own healing crisis in 2017. I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer, and my life changed dramatically. I don't think I've ever really said this, but you know, most people go get a mammogram and they find a little spot like that and they're like, oh my gosh. No, I was undressing and I saw a lump push out of my breast, not out of the skin, but it was like literally about that big. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I really haven't been paying attention to myself. And, you know, there's a lot of reasons breast cancer happens: emotional, physical, toxic, not doing what you want to do. You know, sometimes those kinds of things all welled up and then all of a sudden it's the perfect storm. And so it was stage 3, it was in my lymph system and I needed to do something quickly. And I'm a naturalist. So I moved back and forth between natural and Western medicine. And natural medicine was going to be over $300,000, which I did not have. And so I went with Western medicine, but with the idea that I would heal my body during it. But it was, even treatment was a battle if I was doing right or wrong. And I had a double mastectomy. I had 9 months of chemo and I had 6 weeks of radiation. And I wore a cap on my head, an ice cap thing, so my hair didn't all fall out. But by the end of it, I had the 80s chemo mullet burn. Anybody remember the 80s when you had the mullets? That was me, I had a mullet. And so at that point, I was like pretty sick girl. My immune system was shot. I was getting chronic UTI infections that I still have attacks with to this day. And they're really hard. Sometimes I think the UTIs that are bacteria resistant are harder than the cancer. They put me on a chair crying a lot. And that's just what it is. So yeah, and so after 6 months, and I really thought I was on the mend, I felt another small little lump out of my skin. This is after all the treatment. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding. I went to all my doctors. They're like, nothing is scar tissue. And when they were doing the breast change out, I said, well, let's go ahead and just biopsy that, because it feels like a pebble. and it's not right. And they said, okay, good thing you reminded us, because we would not have done it. It came back cancer again. So then I did another cutout and more radiation. And by this time I had what you call PTSD. I had chronic anxiety that I was always dying and that the cancer was coming back. And I would look at my breast every single day, sure that I was dying. Eventually I quit looking at my breast altogether because I knew it was triggering that I was dying. And I literally had 1 foot in heaven and 1 foot on earth for a long time. And also the doctors were like, I wasn't metastatic, and metastatic means that it moves from your lymph system in your breast to your lungs and your, I don't know, bones, a whole lot of bad places. And so they wanted to put me on metastatic drugs, and I went to City of Hope. And at that particular time, I just prayed to God. I'm like, Lord, I don't know what to do, but these drugs are making me really sick. And God told me, because if you channel and you listen intently, you can hear. And God said, we got this, you're good, there's no more left. But if you still continue to do the drugs, awesome, do them until they make you too sick to continue, which I did, and they made me too sick. And I prayed again, and I said, I'm going to stop even my anti-hormone drugs because they're making me so sick, and I'm so sick. And I did. And 3 months later, my beautiful friend, Dr. Rhonda Donahue, brought me this. And she said, Marci, I found stem cell activation patches, and I think we should buy a sleeve together. There's 30 in a pack, and it's supposed to stimulate through light, a light wave that activates your stem cells, creates more stem cells, and resets them to a younger, healthier state. And I'm like, what? And she's like, it's like a Band-Aid. And she said, just, it looks like that, and just put it right there below the back of your neck and wear it 12 hours on to activate, throw it away, and 12 hours off to repair. So I did. And I was in Oregon at my girlfriend's daughter's wedding at the time. And I remember the very first 2 days, I had the taste of metal coming out of my mouth. I was detoxing the chemo. Day 5, my skin, right here, like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but that got soft really fast first. And my neck, I started feeling my neck. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so soft. And then by day 10, I just knew I was living. The PTSD was gone. I felt young again. And I wasn't over everything, but mentally I knew I was here. And I called her up on the phone and I said, Rhonda, I don't know what you gave me, but it's working. We need to share it. I wasn't looking for another business at all, but I had 5 more of these left. I had only used 10. And I know Peter, so I called him up and we went over there and I gave him my last little 5. I literally put him in a little plastic bag. Here you go, a little Ziploc bag. And I put Peter with an inker on it. And I handed it to him and I patched him right below the base of his neck. And I said, I don't know what this is. I really, really don't. But it's changing my life. And I think we need to take a look at it. And so now it's been, I don't know, 10 months later. And what's happened is look at, I mean, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but you have to realize I had mullet chemo hair. I mean, look at how long it is and shiny, and it doesn't get gray anymore. And our faces are all bright and glowing. Like David says, when you put young stem cells on old tissue, you turn the tissue young again. We are literally not anti-aging. We are age reversing right in front of us. And he also says that these create something called pluripotent stem cells, which are these young stem cells that go and they turn into whatever cell your body needs for repair. For me, it went to detox the metal out first. Then it went to the skin, and then it went to the anxiety. And after it did all that, it started going to the hair and all these cool things. I will say that I also have these chronic UTI attacks that are resistant to antibiotics, and the attacks were lasting for anywhere from 4 to 6 months. And since I started this, the attacks went down to maybe every 3 months, but now they only last for 7 to 10 days. And then I found the glutathione patch, and I don't know, like, here's the thing. I did X39 for 8 months, And then I realized I don't need to buy shoes anymore. I'm just going to start trying all the patches. And so I started on glutathione, and glutathione literally took all the bacteria that travels from my private parts up my spine to my ears, out my back. It literally in 3 weeks came out of my back. Like acne, red, dry, divots in my skin. It was so bad that I called Onyx Cole to connect with David because I was sure I had inflammatory breast cancer of my back until I realized you can't get it in your back. And it was just detoxing all the bacteria. So now my 4 favorite patches that I wear every day is X39 for regeneration and repair. I actually wear 2 a day. I wear glutathione. You're only supposed to wear 1 a day, but I've been a sick girl. I wear 2 a day. And Eon to stop inflammation. I wear 2 of those a day. And I also wear at night this one called Alavida right here on my face, and it makes my skin so soft. So those are my top 4 patches that I wear all the time. And here's the thing, you can wear more than 1 of anything as long as you take it off every 12 hours. That's the key. Remember, it's light. You have to turn it on and off, on and off. And as long as you turn it back off, you're good. Remember, it's like the sun. When you go out in the sun, that's ultraviolet light. It reflects a light that elevates vitamin D. This is just elevating a reflection of a light wave to your body that elevates something called GHK copper peptides that activates your stem cells, remobilizes your army to go march again, and makes them young again. I mean, that's really what we're doing. And the last thing I'll say is I did research on GHK copper peptides because I'm a researcher, and I went to PubMed.gov and I Googled GHK copper peptides. And what I found is 3 things that this does that was good for me. Increase my bony tissue, increase my connective tissue, and it actually created more fighter cells to stop the fast growing cells. Let me tell you, I'm not getting another reoccurrence because I don't want to go metastatic. And so for me, I'm in. And now we're just creating a business on purpose. And I'll let Peter talk a little bit more about that. I'll come back and tell you a little more about what's happening in the business and what Peter and I are creating. But let me go back. Let's let the man talk for a while. So thank you for listening.
Marci, that is just such a beautiful story and is such an inspiration to many people. Cancer is such a worry and a reality for so many. And the fact that you have made the map for people to find a natural way to heal their bodies and to recover from chemo is just so wonderful. So thank you for that story and your vulnerability.
Yeah,
and Peter, we're ready to hear your story as well.
Okay, and as I'm going to share my story, I'm going to weave in how Marci and I met and how everything developed as we go too. So many of you, I didn't go to college, okay? I did not like school. I was actually born in Europe, moved here when I was 10. I was born in Austria, spoke German, moved here, went through school, just didn't like school. My mom knew that too. Then right out of high school, she's like, son, you're going to have a skill. So if you're not going to go to school, you're going to have to do something. So she forced me into a haircutting school. So I became a barber. So at the age of 20, right after I graduated from school, she's like, son, we found this barbershop. We're going to buy you this barbershop because we're Asians. We don't like to work for someone. So obviously, she bought me a barbershop. So I was like, Mom, I don't know how to run a business. What do I do? And I was 20 years old. She's like, this is the only thing she told me at a young age. As long as you treat people good, you give them good service, doesn't matter if they like you, they're always going to come back. And I learned that from a very, very young age. Fast forward about 7, 8 years into the beauty industry. My parents and I, we owned 4 salons, literally 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year, every holiday, who you're going to. Your favorite nail tech, hairstylist, or massage therapist, or facialist, right? You got to look pretty before we look pretty. So imagine I didn't go to school. I didn't go to college. I went straight to work, owned businesses. So I never got a chance to really travel, go places, meet other friends outside of my clients. And then one day, I think I was about 27, my hand started to shake like this. And I was like, wow, how can you get this at such a young age? Then I knew, oh my God, if I can't physically work, how am I going to run a business? And and at that time I didn't know about leveraging, the distribution models or anything like that. And then one day, my friend, right when I thought about that, I was invited to my very first network marketing company. And it was a juice company where Onyx was. And through that juice company, all I knew is back then I went there, I was like, this man said, if you can help people get healthy by sharing a drink, you can earn a thing called residual income. And when you can earn a residual income, you can do a thing called buy back your time. So the only thing back then I knew, I was like, oh my God, I don't have time. I will do this so I can buy back time. So fast forward, that was about 13, 14 years ago. And fast forward, I joined basically a lot of companies. And through every company that I joined, I always stuck in the health field because I knew you can sell anything in network marketing. You can sell technology, you can sell meat, you can sell shoes, you can sell whatever you want. But I always wanted to stick with health because it was perpetual, meaning that everyone, once you can help somebody get their health back, they will always stay with you no matter what. But I always wanted to find unique products, meaning products that were one of a kind, that had something to back it up. And I kept on jumping from one company to another, and I call it jumping from one gym to another. And the reason why I'm teaching the gym analogy today is because I believe everyone that's on this call or everyone that joins network marketing, everybody wants to make money, but nobody understands how to identify and what to build, meaning who's your mentor, who's your trainer, who's going to build with you. People don't understand who's going to leverage with you. Who do you leverage, like your upline, your teams, your system, and what do you do to duplicate? So 10 years ago, I went to our company where I met Marci. And because obviously I didn't go to college, I was always excited to join new companies because that's where I met new friends, right? So when I met Marci in our, it was exactly about 2010, it was the first time we all had success, literally because we got lucky. When I say lucky, meaning that it was a one product company that just took off, and Marci and I were trained already 10 years ago how to market one product so good. So that's where we got our experience from. But because we got lucky, meaning that we had a lot of volume, I had an opportunity to open up Asia. I mean, we had like 20, 30,000 team members all around the world. But the one thing that I never had was what they call a system. I did not want to get lucky in this industry. I did not want, because I can't teach luck to my new guys. I can't teach luck to my new friends. What if they're unlucky, but I'm lucky? How am I supposed to, it doesn't work that way. So I've always asked Marci, I've always wanted to find a way. How can we teach it? There has to be a system. So I kept on changing, and I left that company, and then I went into direct sales, meaning I went into I stuck into the whole frequency world in the last 5 years now. And because of who I was in that company, and I'm still with that company, which is very big. But when Marci showed me this technology right away, just my light bulb went on, just like it went on for my last company in the technology, just like when I met Marci 10 years ago with a one product. When I see something and I saw it, I was like, the world has to know about this. I'll make sure the world will know about it through me. So that was always been my goal. And in the last 15 years, I guess, we've created a following because we just always stuck in the same messaging, same industry, health technology. But today, different technology, different structure, much easier. Technology has caught up. Internet has caught up. People can research everything, not like before, but because of our experience, I believe our whole messaging here is We're going to build you. We're going to teach you how to leverage. We will teach you how to duplicate a system for sure when you join this team. And you know, we'll go into the business part after this, but in the last 10 months, when I took the product, literally the second day, my eyes just lit up like I had a brand new set of eyes. My first 3 weeks, I had a lot of mental detox. I don't know what was going on, but I was having nightmares like crazy, but my energy was so on point. I mean, literally from the first day when I probably signed up, I was telling Marci, we're just seeing people, because all we're doing is we bought a diamond pack. I just patched. And then we were so busy because the people that came back, they had such incredible results. We didn't even have time to go social media or do anything. I mean, there's not even one post on my Facebook where I even mention Lifewave and my other companies. I don't use it, but because we already have such a core group here, once you get busy through your friends and family here because of this product, it just took a life on its own. So yeah, in the last 10 months, I had the pleasure. I mean, I think from Marci down, I believe we have over 3,000 members that already joined us in 10 months. And I can tell you, I probably have met, talked, introduced to every single person on our team one by one, some way, somehow. So, and we're just having an amazing environment, incredible people. And this is the first time in 15 years where I believe Marci and I have won a championship, meaning that we went to the top in the fastest time possible, but only because of what we know and who we are and what we've done already in the past. So it caught up to us now, and we're just enjoying the ride with a 15-year-old company that has the technology, but now is ready to be branded and ready to go into another 2.0 version, which we believe that's our strength because we've been there and we've done it before already.
Fantastic. So one of the things that stood out was duplication. Can you talk a little bit more about the systems you and Marci have put in place that your team is duplicating? Because that's really the key, isn't it? Or at least I keep hearing that's the key.
I'll have Marci answer that one.
You want me to talk on that? Yeah, I'll talk on that. So Peter and I have the unique ability is that he's the influence and I'm the workhorse behind the influence. And it's awesome. And I want to say this. Peter and I have been in a lot of companies, and the companies we saw had a lot of ego. And it always felt like a have to and not a want to. And this time we said that if we were going to do this again together, it would be a want to, and there would be a building with love and no ego, building from the heart. And so we really have worked very hard to make that a reality, because that's what we both have wanted and had been missing. And, you know, Peter always said, you know, you could be a huge leader somewhere, but it doesn't matter, because what leadership truly is heart-centered. And so I just want to let you know, Peter, how fortunate I feel that you said yes to build this, and that we have created it heart-centered. It's just beautiful. So the system, I don't know how many people are on the call with us from our team, but we'll just say what it is. You ready? See how many people can do it. 3, 2, 1, action of 5. And what does that mean? We patch 3 a day. We follow up with 3 a day. We invite 1 to our X39 testimonial review plugins a day. And the action of 5 is we say somewhere to people, what do you know about stem cell activation? What if you could activate your own stem cells naturally? And then we shut up, and then we give our testimonial. And then we hand a sharing envelope out. And this envelope is literally, I listened to Onyx Cole 10 months ago because I was too scared to call my own people who had patches. And so she called them with me in LA when she drove with me for a week. And she just said this over and over and over again. And that's what I call the envelope on a script, because in network marketing, 2 ways that you become financially stable is it's a testimonial business and a script business. Know your testimonials and know your scripts. And so this is the product script. And then we use startx39.com, which it has a 3-minute video, the 18-minute video of David Schmidt, It has research, it has testimonials, so we have that there. And then, so we do an envelope. And we text a link. And so what the link does is it qualifies. So we used to just give patches, but we were giving patches sometimes when there was when people weren't always worthy of the gift. And so we qualify now with, take a look at this video, and if it resonates, text me your address and we'll mail you some. Or if I'm, out and about, because we're out a little more in COVID now, I'll patch somebody. I may give them 5 in an envelope, because this is kind of goofy. I do black now for most people, but this is mine. I always have this with envelopes and patches and, let's see if I can, I always have paper order forms in my little, I have that everywhere. I'll take an order anytime, anywhere someone wants to give me their credit card, I got their order. And so I'll hand that gift, and then I always take their phone number, their cell phone number, and I have probably 20 of these books. I'm from the 80s. I still use a little book I carry around, and I'll text them a link, so they know what they're doing, and that helps water, because you need to touch someone 5 times to close at 81%. If you touch them only 4 times, you close at 20%. So I'm always touching. We're taking it one step further. We're really excited. We're halfway done with our new training site, and it's going to be an open site. Anyone can use it. It's startx39biz.com. You should probably write it down, because it's going to be one of the best sites that I've ever created, and I'm really, really proud of it. And I created it for me, but if you guys all find benefit with it, awesome. It can work on your cell phone, and it will work with your little finger, even though our fingers are fat. And so what I will be doing is I will be doing 331 action of 5. I will be sending envelopes, and then I will be pulling the links I want from that website. I will be bringing people to that website to show them the system, to show them the links. We have a content from the testimonial reviews that you'll be able to grab at a touch. You'll have the pay portal information you can grab, because I'm so tired of setting everybody's pay portal up for them. They got to figure out how to do it themselves. And you'll be able to look at the compensation plan, and eventually, Peter doesn't even know this, but he's going to do these little 5-minute videos on each section. And so literally all I'm going to do in about 8 weeks is I'm going to recruit, I'm going to send envelopes, and I'm going to train on that site, and I'm going to build, and I'm going to teach others to build. And what I do in this business is I sift and sort. Everyone gets the patches, but I sift and sort to find people that want to do the work that I do. What is the work I do? Oh, I don't know, 2 days ago, I sent out 18 of these to people, because I know as long as everybody has envelopes, they're going to share it with the people they love. So I make sure a lot of people have those, and I make sure my team makes sure that their people have them, and so on and so on. And I learned that from Onyx Cole, okay? She's the one that told us 3-3. We just added the 1 because Peter in COVID said, Marci, we need to have a plugin every day of the week. And I said, you're crazy. A plugin every day of the week, we'll get 12 people. And he said, no, it's COVID. People are going to come, and they want to come. And not only will we have great content, Marci, but we will build a family and a community. And we, on our X39 reviews, have anywhere from 50 to 100 people every day. And now we have great content, but it's not a have to, it's a want to. And all we say is invite. If people don't show up, it's okay. It's part of it. Don't feel bad. That's why we do the recording. Send it out, water. Like, we just have fun. So with that, Peter, I'm done.
Okay, I'm gonna piggyback everything you said. But the one thing I do want to thank you and Rhonda, Dr. Rhonda, is that for the very first time, when Marci said, hey, Peter, when we decide to build, we're going to have a mentor. So literally, she mentioned Onyx name, and then Kathy enrolled Onyx. So right away, when she said Onyx name, I didn't know who Onyx was, but I got the chance to talk to her. All I knew in my heart, I was like, wow, okay, we have a bodybuilder trainer now. Now we can really start bringing people to this gym and we can really show people that muscles has been built. We are brand new people going to this gym, but we want to build the muscles that Onyx has because of who she is, what she's done in the industry. And we need this, like, this is something that we've been missing in our careers forever. So, and now we know when we did it right, at least we knew that if the mentorship is right, the timing is right, now I guess our job was really pretty much easy. The one thing I'll probably want to give advice to, or just, you know, share here is that, again, you know, learn how to build and identify what you need to build yourself, because we all come from all walks of life. Some people have built confidence. Some people built communication skills. Some people built people skills. Some people don't have all that. Okay. And if you don't have all that, then we need to identify, like, if I was your trainer, Katrina, and you're going to my gym, I need to understand, what is your diet? What does your daily lifestyle look like? How many days do you want to work out your muscles? How much you want to pay to work out your muscles, right? You got to identify those things before a trainer takes on somebody to work out with them. Same thing here. We are teaching all these tools that Marci and I came up with. It's just how to learn how to pre-qualify, literally finding out what people want in the beginning. So the number one thing that we don't do in network marketing is waste time. I believe everybody wastes their time here. And that's why when people waste their time, they don't know where to go. They don't know how to be led. And it's like going to the gym for a year, using the wrong workout equipments, building the wrong muscles, and hurting yourself. And that has what the industry has done. And that's why I believe we here at Lifewave, we're not just one company, one gym, but we're a gym in this industry that's going to change how other gyms are going to be operating very soon. Because again, like what Marci said, there's a lot of ego in this industry. There has been a lot of bad behaviors or bad muscles built through people, and it has been duplicating. And I'll be using this video to really share with people, because I've always wanted to kind of voice this, because we see it, but we could not do anything about it until now. How do you do something about it? You build a brand new culture. You build a brand new team. You go to the top. You make a difference in the industry. You can show people you don't have to be a huge, huge leader to really make a difference in people when you have the right gym and the right trainers and the right tools to support you, how to build. So that is what we've done in 10 months. And this time around, you know, in the beginning, obviously we were just patching everyone, but as your tree is so strong because you watered it the right way, you have such strong roots. The stronger your roots are, the stronger you can help your new teammates to build their roots, because you're sharing roots. Everybody here has to build 2 trees, right? Everybody here has to build 2 roots. But if you're blessed because you're working with a strong tree, you're going to grow your roots together, right? So we're making sure that everybody just understands how to plant the seed, water the root, water the seed, build the root. But this time around, as you can see, I mean, our trees are getting stronger, you know, because we're getting stronger, right? The less we literally, I think we can prove now to the industry, just because you reach the top doesn't mean that you have to do 10 times more work. You can reach the top of a company and work 10 times less. And I believe that could be the model now. And we are going to prove that model to the industry, because we want to walk away. We don't want to just do this all the time. And I'm sure I'll speak for everybody here, but we do want to keep this community together. We do have responsibilities, but our responsibility is to live a balanced lifestyle and add this on to our lifestyle that pays for our lifestyle. But we're all in. We're in direct sales forever, right? We've been doing this forever, but now we're going to enjoy the fruits of our labor.
And I have to say, you know, Peter and I were cross-line teams in all our other companies. This is the first company where we have built together. So know that you know, a rising tide raises all ships. And it does not matter if you are downline, sideline, upline, we're in it together. And I'll say about Onyx and Kathy, they are the influence. I enrolled with Onyx because I knew who that woman was. I was in Monavie 10 years ago. It was my very first company. I was in preschool. I didn't know what I was doing. And I remember seeing this woman, long blonde hair, walking around all the tables. And I was like, oh, you know, what's that all about? And so 10 years later, after Peter and I've been through a lot of different companies and a lot of different training, here she comes again. And I enrolled with her. And I said, Peter, we got a mentor. And she has been. She is so connected into the heart of that company. We can get whatever we need. Make no mistake. In network marketing, it's important to be connected up and down. You got to be connected at all levels in order to see, real change. And I'll tell you, you asked about the new comp plan and how we are building. And we build 3-3-1 action of 5, but we also are in the business of helping create managers and managers and managers and managers and managers. And what is a manager? A manager is someone that is qualified as gold or above, that's on an auto ship, that has 2 silver active packs on the right and 2 silver active packs on the left. And once you become a manager, then you qualify for all of commissions. Of course, you always qualify for your new product introduction bonus. You even, before becoming a manager, qualify for some binary, which is great. But managers need to be managers to get your Gen Match. And I will tell you, Gen Match in this company pays 65%, 25%, 20%, 20%. Most companies only pay 30%. Make no mistake, Gen Match is big money. And so be qualified as a manager. And then we help other people be managers and so on and so on and so on. But the way you become a manager is you patch 3, you follow up with 3, you invite 1 to Zoom, and you use the action of 5 with, you know, your envelopes, your testimonials, and your links. If you do not patch people, you will not become a manager, okay? And the other thing I will say is that it's important to know your 4 markets. There's your warm market. Peter and I have been friends for a decade. When I called him, do you think he picked up the phone for me? Yeah, he did. When I said, I'm going to come over and patch you, did he say, okay? He did. So that's my warm market. Then you work your warm market's warm market. I started helping Peter work his warm market. That's his warm market. Because here's the thing. Third-party validation is really, really real. It's even real for Peter, it's real for me, which means influence plus relationship equals a perfect buying decision. There are people that remember me from high school as the dorky girl with really long legs, right? I think my nickname was Mosquito or some darn thing. Do you really think they are going to look at me as someone that knows what I'm doing? No, but I'm the relationship. I bring Peter in to be the influence. He's the influence just because they don't know him. But they won't buy from him because they don't know him. So that's why it's important. And that is why when you work down below your warm market into your warm people's market, you're really effective. I close 50% more in that market. And then I go into lukewarm market. I don't know if you've noticed, all of a sudden I'm back on Facebook, showing my mask, showing coffee bean. Peter's on Facebook all the time. That's so people comment and I go into private message and say, hey, what are you doing? I haven't talked to you for 20 years. What do you know about stem cell activation? And then there's cold market. Cold market's cold calling salons, cold calling whatever. It's cold calling. That's the hardest market to penetrate. So anyway, those are the 4 markets in network marketing. Peter, what else you got to say? I think I'm all talked out.
Well, I do. With the new changes of the comp plan, everybody just know the old comp plan was a 2004 comp plan. Okay, it wasn't really designed for 2020. Okay, so now we're in a 2020. We're in a whole new era. We have a brand new product that has taken over We have brand new people that are joining. Now, in network marketing, it's just like the gym. Do you want to go to the gym and do you want to shoot steroids in you and do you want to cheat your way to build your muscles? Or in network marketing, the only way to go to the top and to earn your money is you have to build and develop your muscles. Just like going to the gym, you got to build and develop. Now, can you shoot steroids? Yes, you can. Can you shoot steroids in a comp plan? Yes, we did. Okay, there was just some ways. It was just, you cannot earn that kind of money and be not a rank in anything you do in network marketing. You got to earn it. Now, the company's so lenient. They're so easy. Literally, they're only telling you, develop 2 people in your career to be trainers. 1 in the left, 1 in the right, and you will earn everything straight to the top. Just develop 2, not 20, not 30. Start with 2. You have to have 1 senior director on the left, 1 senior director on the right, and you are on your way to the top. No problem. Okay? That's all the company wants you to do. But if you can't even develop 2 people, then nobody deserves to be, making that kind of money, because now the comp plan has seen its flaws. The people that are affected are the ones that are coming in and really building 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 people, right? Because there's muscles already created. So I'm happy for the change. It had to be done. Trust me, the whole company in the next 60 days and 90 days is going to look so different for the people that are here, brand new. We won't see a change, but the people that have been here for 15, 10, 5, 3 years ago, they're going to see a big change that's going to happen because this company is growing now. It's changing. We got to change the direction of how to make it a billion-dollar brand or even more. And you can't change to be a billion-dollar brand with old habits or old ways how to do business. So that's where we're at today. We're excited to be part of the change. We're excited to see the change. And we happen to know that David Smith is very open-minded and he understands the health of this company is truly the health of its leaders and its partners. So that's what we're doing. And to help the partners and the leaders, you got to make changes that will make sure that everyone's muscle is being built correctly without steroids, okay?
And I have to say this, network marketing is not about managing. Once you feel like you're in a management role, your business stagnates. Network marketing is all about patching, which is sifting and sorting to find other people who want to patch. Patching and recruiting mean the same thing. And training. We patch and we train. We patch and we train. We patch and we train. And we sift and sort to find the other people who want to patch and train. Patch and train. As soon as you become a manager and you create 2 managers, you're not done. Okay, you do not then go train your 2 managers, or not train. You do not then go manage your 2 managers and go, Peter, why isn't it moving anymore? It's not moving anymore because you stopped moving. Never forget what we are. We are not managers. We are patchers and trainers. Okay?
And the word training, though, is really learn while you earn. Not spend hours and hours just training and not applying. It's really, our training is, it's money-making activities training. It's not training just to learn something, okay? That's not, we are not here to overtrain. And we tell this to our teams all the time. We are not here to overtrain you, okay?
Our new site, our new site is not about, oh my God, spend 20 hours training on it. Our new site is like, here's the links you need to patch and to sift and sort, and then to show your other people how to patch. And here's the links to do that. Like, that's what this really is. Sorry, Peter, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's good. And once people join this program, people will really understand it's when you patch, the product will do its thing. Because the product is doing its thing, it lets you do your thing, okay? Without understanding that, you have no business at all. So our job as a brand new person is when somebody joins me right away, what is the first thing they have to do? Learn the 3-3-1 action of 5, get people on a webinar, patch them, that's it. Once that happens, it's just day by day. You've went to the gym. As nobody has ever been to the gym for a week, 30 days, 60 days, and become a bodybuilder overnight. I don't care who you are. It doesn't happen unless you're shooting steroids, okay? We're not here shooting steroids. We're not cheating. So everybody has to build from ground up, but because we have enough bodybuilders here. I mean, even, you know, we have, you know, I want to say thanks to even my leaders here, you know, Lynn and Luan, Sally, we have presidential directors here who are just really strong bodybuilders that helped us build our muscles. And this compensation plan, I'll leave it with this. The reason why there's 3 generations, 1, 2, 3 generations that you can earn from is what the compensation plan is telling you is that you got to keep your best person, invites their best person, invites their best person. In your career, you're going to have 3 of the better people than you, and you will earn from that. And if we all keep each other close like that, you will have a strong, very close-knit generations. And the company's saying, we're going to reward you for that. So I've never been in a compensation plan that is that lucrative, but there's a behavior, a psychology behind it, meaning that you're always going to earn from your best person, their best person, and their past person. Does that make sense? Who doesn't want that? And that's why our business is so stable, because there's better people than us coming into this business, right? And they have more influence than us. They get benefit from us, but we benefit from them. And that's how this whole compensation plan is structured around. And you notice there's only 3 ways to earn: fast start, cycle, generation. Why did David Smith do that? Because it's a very simple company. They don't want to confuse you. They don't want to manipulate you anything. They don't want you to pay more to even join, and you can scale your way up in joining. All these things has made a huge difference on just no pressure, no convincing. It's just an amazing, beautiful opportunity to really appreciate if you have been here before, or if you've never been here, like Jackson right here, my man, first time doing network marketing. He's never done anything like this before. But because he sees the simplicity of it, he's enjoying building his muscles right now. He's enjoying going to the gym. And this is what we love to see. We just want to see brand new people get into a program. And I'll leave with this too. I don't even consider this network marketing. I believe we are selling a stem cell activation company. We're the only stem cell activation company patch in the world going into a stem cell sector, which is going to be hundreds of billions of dollars. And we're the only technology in that space. So while everyone's injecting invasively, we're patching non-invasively. How can you mess that up? You really cannot mess it up if you even wanted to mess it up. So I'll leave it with that.
I have something to say on that. Okay, we always tit for tat. So I would say that we just got a 20-year patent on our stem cell activation patch. We have no competition, and we're in 100 countries. David built the backbone, and then stem cell activation came just 12 months ago. You know, our volume in the last few months has doubled. We make no mistake, we're in momentum. It took me 5 years to make, you know, income that we're making today. It took me 5 years in another company, okay? That's not because Peter and I are anything special. It's because the patch works and we're in momentum, and it's stem cell activation. And I will also say it's because we're not a push company, we're a gift company, and it resonates with everyone. And the one thing Peter and I always say on the 3-3-1 action of 5, just do the work. We're not attached to the outcome. In network marketing, everyone always gets so attached to the outcome. Oh, they said no. Oh, I didn't get anyone to the meeting. I suck. No, we know that's not what it's about. We just do the work without attachment. I'm so proud of you that you invited 5 people. Who cares if they didn't show up? Send them the recording. Like, that's what Peter and I wanted to change culturally. We wanted people to know we're just so proud of them for doing the work, because when you do the work, the results do happen. It's just the way it happens when you're putting 331 out every day. And trust me, not everyone says yes to me, and not everyone says yes to Peter anyway, but do we just keep sifting and sorting for the yes? Yeah.
So Katharina, what are the last questions since we have
Wow, you know, that was incredible. I think everybody on the call has gained some important piece. For me, what I heard was keep it fun, do the steps 3, 3, 1. And 5, and I have a much better understanding of how doable that is. And so thank you for all of that, and also for your vision for the future, because one of the things that I've noticed with this company is the momentum is real. The growth is happening now. We don't know how long it'll last. This phase called growth phase, they talk about it in all the corporations when they on the stock market. They talk about growth companies. Well, Lifewave is one of those companies right now, and we're lucky that it's private, that we get to be part of this exciting time, and we're going to be the ones getting rewarded for building their presence in the world. As you said, globally, 100 companies. Wow. The other network marketing companies that I dabbled with, and I never made any money, and this one I've made money every week for 6 months now. And I'm not expert. I'm not good at it. I'm here to learn from you guys because I want to do what I need to do to gain rank and make a difference with the people that I share the X39 patch with and say, this is going to make a difference for you. Try it out. They try it out and they're like, okay, now what? I don't really want to do sales. Well, but it made a difference for you. What do you think? Okay, I do want to share it with people because it's really changed my life. And so to have a simple, duplicatable system is such a gift that you have given us to build that and to share it and to be so generous. So thank you. And speaking of Onyx, John and I joined in December when we visited our friend Francis in Sarasota. And he said, you know, there's this remarkable woman, the one who introduced me to X39 patch, who pretty much saved my life with X39 after his heart surgery. He said, I want you to hear Onyx. She's going to be at our meeting tonight. So we went to the meeting, and I kid you not, well, first, Onyx was remarkable. And as I heard her talking about putting in place a system that was easy to follow, keep it simple, keep it duplicatable, teach your people how to duplicate, a light bulb went on in my head, and I thought, you know what? This is the first time I feel like I can do network marketing. And so we joined that night because of Anna and who she is and the big heart that she is, the generosity of spirit, but really because of the business tools that I expected to see from what she was saying in that meeting. And then to add on top of that, there were at least 40 people at that meeting. Some of you on the call might have even been there. At least 20 people stood up and shared compelling results that they'd gotten from using X39 in just 2 to 3 months. And I turned to John and I said, John, you know, we're here for a reason. We're at this meeting. I think we need to do this. And he said, yeah, I think we need to give it a chance. And he has type 2 diabetes. John, are you on the call? Unmute yourself if you are and just say hello. And we'd also like to open it up for a question or two. If anybody would like to ask a question, just unmute yourself and go ahead and ask the question. We've got about 5 minutes of Marci and Peter's time.
I want to add this really quick. If you're going into momentum, the beautiful thing is we're not going into momentum as a startup company. When you go into a momentum as a startup company, you're going to have a lot of issues, okay? We're a 15-year-old company going into momentum. That means we can handle the momentum. We can handle the scaling. So that is a huge, huge deal being
That's
here
huge,
in the right
Peter.
time.
Thank you for bringing that up. It's huge. You know, you have to remember that David created the backbone. 100 countries. Do you know that I shipped to Canada and used a US credit card? Who can do that, right? And do you know that we have the backbone? And he is like an Einstein, right? Created frequency 15 years ago before we even understood what it meant. Now we're starting to understand what it means. and stem cell activation comes at the same time with a backbone. You guys, like, really? Like, this is silly how cool it is, right?
I have a question. This is Mariah. I got the email about the cap. Can you explain this new cap they're talking about, that they've changed it to make it better? I don't understand cap. Thank you.
Am I explaining that, or are you explaining that?
I can explain it very
Go
simple.
ahead. Yep.
So Mariah, before, when you hit a rank, whether it's manager, director, senior director, executive director, presidential director, senior presidential director, there are rankings. Before, you don't have to be a manager. If you have someone on your left and someone on your right that is just moving volume, you can earn up to $25,000 a week without being a rank, not even a manager. You just have to have someone on your left and someone, you can have a Peter Ngo on your left, a Peter Ngo on your right, and you can make $100 grand a month. Now, what they're saying is that you have to earn it, meaning that when you move up to a manager, you will earn, they cap you out at so much you can earn a week on the cycling, on the $50. When you're a director, they're gonna cap you out at so much you can make as a director, as a senior director, executive director, presidential director, senior presidential director. What does that mean? That means no one now, if you're not a rank and you cannot earn that money, all that money is not taken away from all the brand new people that are that rank. So all it is just shifting where the money went, because you have to earn it now.
So let me talk a little bit more about that. So the compensation plan is a 60-40 compensation plan. Most companies are 50-50. Our company is very generous. They pay out 60% of the comp plan and 40% they keep for their own profits and to run the company. And anytime they were paying out more than 60%, they took a clawback out of people's money, okay? And that was fine for 15 years because they didn't have a lot of growth. And they didn't have any rank requirements. Other network marketing companies, you're not going to make that kind of money unless you're building, recruiting, and ranking, okay? But so what happened is a year ago, all of a sudden, network marketers saw what this was, and we came and we built and we capped out the 60%, and they had a claw back. And the reason we capped it out is because we went to work, we built rank. You, Mariah, built a senior director. You have rank, okay, by the way. But there's other people in the company that 15 years ago got like a great spot on a power leg, and all of a sudden we all came in on a pay leg. They're making $25,000 a week. They're not managers. They haven't worked the business in 2 years, and they're clawing back all of us workers' money. You're a senior director. You saw clawbacks happen to you. That will no longer happen in August. If you work, you get paid. If you don't work, you won't get paid. What a concept. So I hope that.
Well, you will get paid, but you won't get paid. You will get paid accordingly to what your rank is and what your work is. Yes.
So basically what it is they're encouraging us to build a team, correct? So basically the company is encouraging us to build a team.
Well,
absolutely.
Yes, that they're encouraging you to build a team, but what they're saying is that we're not going to compensate people that are not building the team, and make sure that we compensate the people that are building the team.
And not just building a team. You can make, you don't have to be a manager and make money on the binary. That you can make money on the binary without being a manager. That's fine. It's just that without being a manager, you can't make $25,000 a week.
A week.
Okay, you can make your $1,500 a week or whatever that amount is, because most people that haven't bought rank to high enough rank, they're not making that kind. They're not making $25,000 a week yet if you're not a manager. So that's what's happening. Okay, so it's, trust me when I say that the change in comp plan allows for more money for all of us that are working.
Thank you. Thank you for the good explanation.
And in the future, it protects all of us, because if you're bringing in a rock star, a superstar, that all these people, a lot of people are going to look at this company, and if they come in here and all of a sudden they're starting to build the first 30 days and make a lot of money, and they see something being taken away, what are they going to do? They're not going to like it. Marci and I understood when they first took it. I'm like, whoa, but we understood because we're very open-minded leaders. We know we have to sacrifice something, but it had to be fixed. That's all. Okay, so it's a good
now
thing.
the company is ready to grow to $1 billion, and the comp plan supports that, and we can recruit leaders that will stay because they will build, and there will not be clawbacks. We've never been in a company that took money away. It's just the compensation plan had to be rewritten. That's all, and they did. They're doing all the right things. It's beautiful. We are so blessed.
So we'll probably finalize. It's going 4 minutes over.
Yeah, you guys
Karina.
are fantastic. I think Sue, did you want to say something? I just saw you unmute yourself, Sue, if you'd like to ask one last question before we wrap it up.
Yeah, just a little bit of detail on what the action of 5 actually means.
We can't hear you.
Sue, you're gonna have to get closer to the mic.
Maybe turn up your mic.
Turn up your mic.
While she's working out her voice sound issues, John was hoping to ask, where can we go to learn the action of 5, the 5-touch system? Now, I used Rapid Funnel initially and learned about the 5-touch system from your trainings. But you said you're developing a new training site. What was that URL again, and when will it be active?
And it's called, it will be up in about a week. And so it's not up yet, but you can look for it in about a week, maybe 2, and it will be startx39biz.com, as in startx39biz.com. And it's an open site. Anybody can check it out. Once again, on that site, I have like my 7 favorite texting links, and they're scrubbed, so anyone can use them, correct? But I also love Rapid Funnel. Rapid Funnel is awesome, and Rapid Funnel gives you like 80 resources. I just needed a little something simple for my new folks to start with, so they had something that they could grab easily. And I didn't really have any place to do our testimonial reviews. I mean, we do send them on Telegram, but more and more of our team was saying, Marci, can we please just have one site that's open that houses the stuff we really need? And Peter and I listened, and that's what we're creating. So take a look at it. Maybe it will be of benefit for you. And if it is, great. And if it isn't, that's okay too.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be, because
That's
I
my
agree
question.
It's
That was
hard.
my question too.
Oh, great. Go ahead.
So Marci will be training on this on Saturday. This Saturday, she'll be training on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
And there's a meeting this evening too. Did you want to invite people to that?
Well, invite for the Friday one, David Schmidt.
We'll invite for 3. I'm sorry. Can I be in charge of admin? I'm the admin girl. Okay, so admin is, we have a meeting tonight at 6 o'clock Pacific. And you're welcome to go to zoom.us. And let me give you the plugin so you guys can come to that. And that is, hold on.
379.
Do you have that memorized? That's impressive.
379-717-7845.
Oh, that's good. He has that memorized. 379-717-7845. And that's tonight at 6 o'clock Pacific. We also have Friday at 1 o'clock Pacific. David Schmidt will be coming on. It will be great. We can hold 500, so come on in. And that's the same ID, always 379-717-7845. And then we also have Saturday training at 10 a.m. And I will be training on this new system. And that is, once again, Pacific time, 379-717-7845. I will put on our Facebook team page, our team's one-page plugins. Just save it. You guys are welcome to come into anything you want, okay?
Okay, I think we're ready to wrap it up. I want to thank every person who came to be on this call, and especially to thank Peter and Marci for taking time out of their very busy schedule. Although it sounds like you're simplifying and focusing and training others to train. So we're hoping you're
Well-
enjoying life along the way.
Katharina, thank you so much for inviting us. Thank you, Francis. And we really appreciate the love and our community building strong, and we're here for everybody, okay? So look forward to seeing everyone after the COVID at an event. Love to see everyone that's on the webinar live, get hugs, okay? And we'll see you on the webinars.
Great. And for those of you who aren't yet involved with Lifewave, please get back to the person who invited you so that you can get started on X39. You will be so happy you did. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you very much.
Bye, thanks for having us.
Bye.